Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, I haven't gotten very much video for the last couple of days because it has been pouring rain. Yes, we wanted rain, and it's supposed to be great for the garden, and I think tomorrow and the next day are going to be really nice and sunny, so the garden's already going bonkers. We've noticed a couple of things. The beans that I started in the greenhouse, the ones that I planted straight in the ground, are actually doing better. The onions that I planted first and then the yellow ones I planted a week or so later have caught up. So that's what the rain is doing for everything. So it's just awesome. But before I get started today, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. We sure appreciate the support. Well, let's go check on all the chicken babies. Just want to check on the girly in the maternity ward. What do we got here? We had another broken egg today, so that's only 3 eggs so far. My goodness. Hello, sweetie. We gave Hazel some clover earlier. Yes, you're all fluffed up like a good mama. It's windy, so I'm just going to close this back up. Look at the difference in some of these babies. You can see the fluff is almost gone from their heads. That's the one that's Little Chicken's baby. And almost all of them, the down has gone from their heads just in the last couple days. It's amazing what a couple days difference makes. She's whining because I guess she expects some delivery of fresh grass or clover or something. Don't you, sweetie? What is it that you'd like? It's okay. It's okay. You should be used to getting petted. So some of them, you can see, still have some of the down. That one's really big and still has some down. Those two are really big and still have down on their heads. And then we're still pretty sure there's 2 or 3 roosters. Not positive whether it's 2 or 3. What's going on, sweetie? Hey? I didn't get a chance to even check and see if they slept in there again last night. It was raining so hard, I left it up to Chris to come and tuck all the babies in last night. But that big one, you can even see, she looks like a hen now, like her. She's got that fluffy bum. And the other ones are not as fluffy as her. That, I think, is by far the biggest of them, and I'm sure she's a hen. You can still barely see her comb even though she's the biggest. This one here might be a rooster. Are you a little rooster? You can see how chunky its legs are too compared to some of the others. Where's that other one that looks like a rooster? That one over there, I think. You can see how bright his comb looks compared to the others. Oh, babies need some water. Yeah. Look at you, you're the biggest. Oh my goodness. I think another week or so and we're gonna pick a day and try to just open the door to the run and let her take them out and see how they like free ranging. See, look at that one. No down on the head compared to this one. What do you think, Ruby? Would you like to take the babies out in the wild to free range? Oh, I bet you'll be so glad to be out there again, won't ya? Look at the pattern on that one's feathers. Dark one. That one has a pretty fluffy bum too. I think that might be Little Chickens as well. 2 of them. The 2 light colored ones. Because she has those little dark feathers around her head. What about you, Ugly? You look like a little rooster. Yeah, you look like a little rooster. What do you think, Ruby? How many boys? How many boys? Oh, I bet you can't wait to get out there and get some bugs and worms and frogs. Here's the one that has the... I think that's the one that has the really dark lines on its feathers. And that's a hen, I'm sure. You can see those dark black lines on each feather. It's different than the others. I can't believe how big they are. Oh, Ruby, did he scare you? Oh dear. They're all following me, expecting treats, for Pete's sake. Look at this lettuce. This one is the butter crunch. The romaine is not doing that great from what I can see. I can see clover. Not too sure about the iceberg either. Oh, there's some down here coming. Oh, that looks like clover to me. And this one is the Great Lakes, which is looking good. So this is what I was saying about the beans. Now, I don't understand again why some aren't getting beans coming up, and I don't know whether to go ahead and stick some in the ground, because you can see the onions, how good they're doing. And then I ran out right about here, and look at these ones are the ones I put in a week or so later, and they've caught up because of the rain and the weather. For those of you who haven't had to suffer with gardening in Alberta, it is tough. Now, I don't know if that's a weed or not. I think this is supposed to be carrots, I'm not sure. No, this might be the carrot row. This is... don't remember. I should have put a stick down at that end too, because I have to go all the way to that end. Now look at the way, I think this is cauliflower and broccoli. The peas, again this year, just stopped. Now I don't understand. So I did go along and put some more peas in as well a few days ago, and I think some of them are popping. This one is the spinach, and we didn't get any spinach come up last year, but it's coming up this year. Not in all the holes, but it's coming up. So this, I think, is the broccoli and cauliflower. And one of these rows is beets. Oh, that one is beets and leeks. So the leeks start where the stick is. Ah, that's what those are. Okay, so these are the leeks starting to shoot up, I think, which is good. And you can see how some of them aren't quite coming where the hole, in the center of the hole, which is what I was afraid of. But if I get that many leeks, I'll be happy. So this might be the carrot row here. But we're supposed to get a couple days of sun now. We're gonna have to move the chicken tractor to high ground over here with the Massey, because there's nothing but water all around there. We got them on the high spot this earlier today, but they are surrounded by water, the paths that we were going up and down. So we're gonna have to bring them over here to high ground. Because it's pretty bad over there. Even this little tomato is coming back that Chris put the fertilizer on that he got from Bob. It's some kind of liquid fertilizer that goes right into the leaves and not into the ground, the soil, and dissipate. So again, these are all ones that I started from seeds. Of course, they're later than what they were last year because I bought plants, but these are going crazy, like real fast. So I'm not going to worry about it. We'll get what we get. And I think that's a weed. Oh yeah, there was a tomato there. Didn't make it. So we planted way more tomatoes than we did last year anyway, but tomatoes are a tough one in Alberta because often we will get the bad weather before the tomatoes ripen. That's the way it usually works. That's a weed. So anyway, I'm really impressed so far. Like, can't believe the beans. You see these first 4 beans are the ones that I put in the greenhouse, and the ones that I planted right in the ground are actually doing better. So, give the poor starving chickens some feed. I think I'll go out back and check on the fruit trees too. Look at what the rain is doing for the little evergreens. That one and that one there. These are the store-bought ones. I mean, the weather just couldn't be better for these for sure. We'll get a lot of growth this year. But look at this mess where the chicken tractor was going. Obviously, like, I'm having a hard time even walking because there's so much water here. I can't even get over there. Now, I had to put my big boot on my right foot and a bag over my left foot again today. The other thing, now we can see potatoes popping up absolutely everywhere. So maybe tomorrow, no, we're going to the city tomorrow. Gotta get some more straw on these because we shouldn't be seeing that much grass. So, gotta get a whole bunch more straw on there. Trying to pick my path here so I don't get my cast foot all soaking wet again. It's so gross. Even this little teeny tiny one, which was planted a year later, is doing awesome. I haven't seen any sign of crab apples on my crabapple trees, but they're super healthy anyway. There was tons of blossoms, so we'll see. Oh, there, look at that. Tiniest thing, but you can see that's, yeah, there they are. They're coming. Crab apples. I was thinking, like, it had tons of blossoms, so that's usually. This one's a little sickly looking, but it's got some new growth down there. So, we'll just see what happens. Sometimes if you take this little bud off the top, that's what I've been doing with them. Going along and pinching those off. So even this one's scraggly, but you can see the new growth on it. And yes, the frog was driving me crazy again earlier, but it shuts up when I come out here. It must think I'm a chicken and gonna eat it. Waterling everywhere. See where that water lays is where Chris wants to make a dugout. Anyway, that makes sense because that's where the water wants to go. So that would be perfect. And if it dries out enough out here, I'll be able to get the grass that Chris can't get to with the little mower. At least get some done until I can get my DR back and get the rest of this mess cleared out. That's going to be a lot of work. And of course we haven't been working on the barn because it's been raining so much. But the rain and then the sunshine, even now it's like sunny enough to it'll be doing some good for all the plants. So that'll be awesome. These 2 trees that were in the worst shape actually blossomed after I pruned them. I mean, you can see I took a major part off there, but they blossomed after that, so that seems to have worked. And again, the apples are actually starting to turn red. So, look like a bug trying to eat one of my apples. What an outrage. This bigger rhubarb plant is the only one you can really see. Now the big heartbreak is we checked this morning and we cannot see any squash or zucchini coming up. Could be because the chickens were in there, could be we planted them too deep, but I need zucchini, so I gotta figure something out. Holy smokes. Anyway, nothing too exciting going on. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, to me it's so exciting to see the growth in the chickens, the babies, and it's so exciting that I think this is day 9 or 10 for Hazel to be on those eggs. So, like I said, we had so many false alarms, and she would sit on them for the day and then leave. So we didn't really think that she would stay on them, and this time she has. So she's enjoying her skip the dishes and all her treats and things being brought to her, and all the pampering. So This is about day 10, I think, of her staying on them. So that's going to be exciting. The other ones we'll let out to free range just in time for Hazel and her babies to hatch and go in the little nursery. Now, I watched a video the other day that said, and again, we're constantly learning, 40 to 60% of eggs actually hatch when the hens sit on them. And we got 100%. 2 got broken, so we would have had 12. So 100%. Good on you, Rusty, the rooster. So that's pretty good too. So I honestly thought that they would all hatch, and that's just the way it was if they were actually viable. But apparently it's 40 to 60%. We got 100%. So it'll be interesting to see if we get 10 out of 10 the second time too. I didn't know, again, just learning that that was the case as far as percentages go. So pretty pleased with that. Another big success as far as I'm concerned. So the other thing we're talking about doing is putting a loft up here. Bedroom in that far window. What direction is that? North. Put a window in the north side and have a loft up here for the kids so they can sleep when they come to visit. It was pretty uncomfortable the first time. We didn't really have anything in place, and they slept on the floor in the sea can. So pretty rough. They're getting old too. So that'll be pretty posh compared to sleeping on a hard floor when you're pushing 40. Hey, babe? It's actually starting to get beautiful out now. Blue sky. It's cloudy behind me, but it's starting to get really nice out. So this is what we need, is the sun after all the rain. Couldn't ask for much more. Every single one of these little trees is just popping now with buds. So, and this window helped dry up all the water laying around too. Dry up the chicken run, dry up this mess over here. But we'll still move to the meat birds. We probably would have harvested them by now, but Chris's freezer, he got a call and it was delayed. So we had to keep them for another 10 days. So I sure hope it comes this time, because they really need to go to freezer camp. It's interesting to see now that, you know, there's 2 over there, there's 1 over here by itself, and then there's a few clustered together here and a couple of clusters. So they're not sticking as close to her as they were, which is kind of neat. They're getting a little older and a little more independent, I guess. So I think another week or 2, these guys going out and free ranging is probably going to work out really well. Now you can really see that guy there. You can see his crop compared to the ones beside him. And I'm pretty sure, where's the other one? I'm pretty sure this is the other rooster. But then that one is kind of looking a little bit like a rooster too. So that's why I keep saying maybe 3. Hopefully not more than that. But you can see how, like, that one's the biggest and has barely any visible comb. I mean, the chickens have combs, but not nearly as prominent. That little one sleeping there. Both of the sleeping ones have practically nothing. So, really hoping there isn't more than 3 roosters. Hey, Ruby, we don't need that much trouble. We are going to go and try and get this chicken tractor moved to high ground now. We're afraid that if it rains all night like it has been, these guys will be underwater. Okay, this is kind of scary. We had to put some food in there because they're staying back here and their legs get crushed underneath one. So we put some food in the tray so they'll try and hopefully go there. Not get caught at the back here. Keep going, you guys. Come on. Come on, keep going. Whoa! Keep going, you guys. Okay. Keep going, keep going. their back, seriously. I was just saying to Chris, maybe it would have been better off to leave the divider in. 6 of them were content to sleep by themselves last night. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Isn't that ridiculous? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. This little rooster pecked me when I was petting this one. I think he's a rooster. Are you a little rooster? You're a hen. Yes, you are. Yeah. They're ugly babies, Ruby.